Greetings, children. Hope you would have gone through the first PPT of the structure of the earth. Could you recollect what we have dealt with? We have dealt with the life on the earth, the reason for the life existence on the earth, then the structure of the earth, that is, the layers of the earth in detail with its composition and characteristics we have discussed. I think you would have completed your assignment given in the end of the PPT in the part 1. Now let us move on to the second part of the lesson. To know about the interior of the earth, that is, we categorize the layer of earth into crust, core, mantle. So, how did we know about the interior of the earth? To be truthful, the direct observations to know about the interior of the earth is very limited. That is, man has not explored the interior of the earth directly. Could anyone guess the reason why we could not make direct observations? The reason is, as we go into the earth, the deep into the earth, the temperature increases. So the lapse rate of 1 degree Celsius per every 32 meter. Therefore, there are no possibilities to explore under the earth directly. So we have to depend upon indirect sources. That is, through the other learning, we can predict or assume the interior of the earth. There are 4 factors that support us to know about the interior of the earth. The first one is temperature inside the earth. As we discussed, due to the increase in temperature, the state of matter also differs. The earth supports the learning. Pressure inside the earth. As we go deep into the earth, the pressure is also higher from the layers above. So that helps us to learn about the interior of the earth. Fourthly, behavior of the earthquake waves. That is, we know that the earthquake transfers to the surface of the earth in the form of waves. We will discuss how this earthquake waves help us to learn about the interior of the earth. Also, the density. We discussed about the density of each layer in the previous module. That is, density increased as we go deeper. Let us discuss each of these indirect sources in detail. First, the temperature inside the earth. So, the most important evidence for the human or the man to learn about the interior of the earth is the temperature of the earth, that is inside the earth. Hot springs and volcanic eruptions, which happens regularly on the earth, provide us evidence that there is high temperature under the earth. As we go down from the surface of the earth to the interior of the earth, the temperature, as by the normal lapse rate, it increases at the rate of above 1 degree Celsius for every 32 meter we go deeper. So as we go to the core of the earth, that is the center of the earth, the temperature would be really high. So the temperature could not remain in the form of a solid as that of the crust. Because of the high temperature, the minerals become in the molten state. So that also we have discussed in our previous module of the reason for the each state of matter, why core is also been in the solid form. Second reason, pressure under the earth, inside the earth. The interior of the earth is under a tremendous pressure. It means that high pressure from the outer layers. We all know that if I keep a book on your palm, you feel the pressure. If I keep 2 more, you feel more pressure. If I keep 5 more, you'll feel even more pressure. That's what happens under the earth. Over the layer and the layer, the interior of the earth, as we go deeper, experiences pressure from the layers above. So this also does not permit the rock to be in the liquid state. So that is why core is in solid form, because the extreme pressure exerted by the outer layer makes it to solid form and not making it to stay in liquid state. That is what is acquired the properties of the solid. The next reason, density, the weight. Materials of the inner layers are heavier than that of the outer layers. The density of the rock increases as we move towards the center of the earth. There is also another reason why the density increases is the minerals present in it. In the core, the heavy metals like nickel and iron are found, making it highly denser. The last reason is the behavior of the earthquakes. As I have told earlier, the earthquake transfers to the surface of the earth in the form of waves. So, when we study about the types of waves, we can know about the earth structure. Our next lesson is the earthquake, where we detailedly study about different types of waves and its characteristics that would support you to know how that help to learn about the interior of the earth. Herewith, we completed with the lesson structure of the earth. I think by now you would be thorough of the first module. So again, I'll give you the recap of the whole lesson. We discussed in the previous module about the life on earth, that is biosphere, where and which part of the earth life exists. And secondly, the layers of the earth, different layers, the distance